Good morning, dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to continue our third chapter, a pair of a linear equation in two variable. And till now, what we have studied? We have studied about the graphical representation, algebraic representation of a pair of a linear equation, and we also studied about how to find out a kind of a linear equation. A kind means which type of a pair of a linear equation is given. Either it is coincident, either is it consistent or non-consistent, like that. Okay, so today we are going to continue our exercise 3.2. First and second question we already done, okay, in last lecture. So we are going to continue with the second question, and in that question it is given that find out a type of a given pair of a linear equation. It means either it is intersect at a point, either it is a parallel lines, or either it is coincident line. So I would like to recall that point again. When it is intersecting at a one point, when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Okay, when a pair of a linear equation we get a parallel lines when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. And the last one, coincident lines. When we will get this type of lines? When a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Okay, is it clear? Now we will start solving the example of question number 2. Now let's continue with the first sum of question number 2. Here the pair of a linear equation is given as 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0, 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0. So your first line would be like this. Comparing this given pair with a standard form of a pair of linear equation. As you know, what is the standard form of a pair of a linear equation? It is a1 by a2, sorry, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So this is the standard form, and after comparing the given equation with the standard form, we have to write down the values. a1 is equal to 5, b1 is equal to minus 4, c1 is equal to 8, a2 is equal to 7, b2 is equal to 6 and c2 is equal to minus 9. Do not ignore the negative or minus sign. If there is a negative sign in the given equation, you have to write down the negative sign. Otherwise, you will get a wrong answer. Is it clear? Okay. Now, let's compare. Let's get the ratio. a1 by a2 is 5 by 7. b1 by b2 minus 4 by 6. After cancelling the common factor, we get minus 2 by 3 and then c1 by c2. Okay, now from this we can say that here it is 5 by 7 and here it is minus 2 by 3. So in short, we can say that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. And if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then obviously a pair of a given linear equation must be intersect at one point. It means the graph, if we will draw of this pair of a linear equation, we will definitely get the intersecting lines. So your last line like this, their graph, therefore their graph lines are intersecting, and that is they intersect at a point. Is it clear? Like this we have to write down the steps, take out ratio, and as per the condition we have to conclude our result. Okay. Now we will move to the next. Now let's see the second and third question of second question. 9x plus 3y plus 12 is equal to 0. 18x plus 6y plus 24 is equal to 0. Okay, so here a1 is 9, b1 is 3 and c1 is 12. a2 is 18, b2 is 6 and c2 is 24. So after taking the ratio, if you see that all after cancelling the common factor, you will get the same number 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Same ratio you get. It means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. And if we get such condition, the graph we plot, they are coincident line. It means the graph lines are coincident. Okay. Now move to the third one. Here 6x minus 3y plus 10 is equal to 0. 2x minus y plus 9 is equal to 0. If we compare with the standard form of a pair of a linear equation, a1 is equal to 6, b1 is equal to minus 3, c1 is equal to 10, a2 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to minus 1, c2 is equal to 9. Now after taking the ratio, a1 by a2 is equal to 6 by 2. So it is 3. b1 by b2 minus 3 minus 1. So if we cancel out minus minus, so finally we got 3. And c1 by c2 is equal to 10 by 9. So from this you can say that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. But it is not equal to c1 by c2. And therefore the graph lines are parallel to each other. I hope it is clear that how to find out the kind of a pair of a linear equation and what is the condition required. Is it clear? Now the next question is just like of question number 2. Here in that it is given that find out either parallel, either intersecting, or either they are coincident. In third question it is asked that find out either a pair of a linear equation which is given to you is either coincident or either they are consistent or non-consistent. Okay, so let's see the question number 3. Now let's continue with the third question. In that it is asked that either the given pair of a linear equation is a consistent or inconsistent. So when it will be consistent? When we get a intersecting point or a totally infinitely many solution. Okay. And when will we get inconsistent? When there is a no solution. It means the lines are parallel. Okay, so let's see the first case. In that it is given that 3x plus 2y is equal to 5, 2x minus 3y is equal to 7. And after comparing with the standard form of a pair of a linear equation, a1 is 3, b2 is 2 and c1 is 5. And if you want to take c to the other hand, it will be minus 5. But in both sides, it is on the right hand side, then it is okay. Right? Now see, a2 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to minus 3 and c2 is equal to 7. Now after taking the ratio, we can see that a1 by a2 is 3 by 2, b1 by b2 is 2 by minus 3. It means these two values are not equal in short. And c1 by c2 is 5 by 7. Once we get that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, we can have idea that the graph of a given line of pair of linear equation are intersecting lines. And if they are intersecting line, the pair given must be consistent pair of a linear equation. Okay, got this point? Now, next sum is easy, so you can do yourself at your own. Now we will move to the third one. Here it is 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y is equal to 7. And the second is 9x minus 10y is equal to 14. Here you can do either put this 3 by 2 value. This is of a1, this is of b1 as it is, or you can take LCM. It is on you. Okay. The method which you think that it is easy and which is comfortable to you, you can use that method. I have taken directly it is 3 by 2. I have not taken here LCM. And b1 is equal to 5 by 3, c1 is equal to 7, a2 is equal to 9, b2 is equal to minus 10 and c2 is equal to 14. So a1 by a2, so 3 by 2 by 9. So numerator ka denominator moves to the main denominator, so 3 by 18. And after cancelling the common factor, I will get 1 by 16. Okay, and then b1 by b2, 5 by 3 by minus 10. So it is 5 by minus 30 and therefore it is minus 1 by 6. So once again A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 because in first A1 by A2 it is 1 by 6, it is positive, and B1 by B2 here it is minus 1 by 6. So again we will get A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Therefore lines of a graph, what we get for this pair of linear equation must be intersecting line, and if we get intersecting lines, then a given pair is a consistent pair of a linear equation. Let's see the other examples. Now I am sure it is easy for you to solve the next 2, 4th and 5th. We are going to just discuss here. 5x minus 3y is equal to 11. Minus 10x plus 6y is equal to minus 22. So here a1 is 5, b1 is minus 3, c1 is 11. A2 is minus 10, B2 is 6 and C2 is minus 22. And therefore A1 by A2 is equal to 5 by minus 10 is equal to minus 1 by 2. B1 by B2 is minus 3 by 6, again it is minus 1 by 2. And C1 by C2 is equal to 11 by minus 22, again it is minus 1 by 2. So we can say that in this particular case A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Means all the ratios are same and therefore we get which type of lines? Here we will get a coincident lines, and coincident lines are also called as a consistent pair of a linear equation. As I told you, it is also called as a dependent pair of a linear equation. Okay. Now you can do yourself the next one. We will move to the 4th question. In that it is asked that which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Again same type of question which we solved in 3rd. But here one extra thing we have to do is, if it is consistent, then obtain a solution graphically. When we have to draw a graph, if and only if, when we get a consistent pair of a linear equation. And if you find that any pair of a linear equation is inconsistent, then there is no use of draw the graph. Okay, so let's see. First case, x plus y is equal to 5 and 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. Let's start with the first sum of question number 4. Here it is given that x plus y is equal to 5 and the second pair is 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. If you notice that if we take out 2 from the second equation, we will get the first same equation like first one. So x plus y is equal to 5. So by just seeing the data, you can get idea that it is must be a coincident lines. But after notification, your notification, you must have to write down the steps. Okay, and therefore I have written here the step of the first sum, and you see here a1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to 1, c1 is equal to 5, a2 is equal to 2, b2 is equal to 2 and c2 is equal to 10. So by taking the ratio a1 by a2 is 1 by 2, b1 by b2 1 by 2 and c1 by c2 with 5 by 10, it means again it is 1 by 2. So here we get that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, and therefore a given pair is a consistent pair and the lines we get graphically, they are coincident line. But here we have to do a one extra thing, that we have to show a graph of this pair of a linear equation also, and therefore to draw a graph we need points. And how to get the points? By using the given pair of a linear equation, as we already done or studied in earlier class. X plus y is equal to 5. Any one variable you can take as a left hand side and other you move as a to the right hand side. So if I take y is equal to 5 minus x. Now I will put a value x. Accordingly, I will get a value y. If I put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4, and x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. Now the second equation, 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. Okay, if I take 2 as a common, the same equation is like the first one. Again, same, y is equal to 5 minus x. So, in short, you can see in both the tables, the points are same. Why? Because the equation is same. Here, I have plot the graph. Here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 on y-axis, on it is x-axis. You have to see the points. Maximum 5 on y side and maximum 2 on x-axis, right? So like that you have to draw a graph and plot a point, and you have to mention the point also, right? Graph is very important thing. This question must be asking 4-mark question. 2 mark of this side and 2 mark of graph only. So if you do not mention the points, or you do not properly mention the lines, that is it is L1 and this is L2, the examiner may cut your marks. So be careful, mention each and every points, and linear equation also. As this is as the both equations are same, it means they are showing coincident line, and therefore I have written here it is L1, and at the end of line again I have shown it is L2, and I have already mentioned the equations also, the original equation. 2x plus 2y is equal to 10 and x plus y is equal to 5, and mention here a points also. And after after drawing the line through these points, I will say that this is a coincident, these are the coincident lines, and coincident lines, it means they have infinitely many solutions. Is it clear? Okay. Now same thing or same method you have to apply for next examples. Let's discuss the second example, but you have to do at your own. Now 8 minus y is equal to x minus y is equal to 8. 3x minus 3y is equal to 18. So here a1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to minus 1, c1 is equal to 8, a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to minus 3, and c2 is equal to 16. So if we take a1 by a2, it is 1 by 3, b1 by b2, again minus 1 by minus 3 is 1 by 3, and c1 by c2 is 8 by 16, so is equal to 1 by 2. So here we can say that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. It means which type of pair of a linear equation? It is inconsistent. Why? Because in this case, when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2, in that case we do not get any type of solution, and therefore it is said as an inconsistent pair of a linear equation. And as it is inconsistent, then there is no point of drawing the graph. That's it. So you have to do the third and fourth yourself. Let's move to the fifth question. Now let's start the question 5. It is given that the half of the perimeter of a rectangular garden, whose length is 4 meter more than its width, is 36 meter. Find out the dimensions of garden. Dimensions means length and width you have to find out. So first of all, such type of if situation is given, you have to read it at least twice, so you can get idea what is actually asked and what we have to find out. Half of the perimeter. So what is the perimeter of a rectangle? Perimeter means addition of sides. So 2 length plus 2 width is equal to perimeter. It means 2 times length plus width is equal to perimeter. And it is given that it is a half of perimeter. It means 2 into length plus width divided by 2. And the length is 4 more than the width. So here we have to do assumption. Width you can take as a x and you can take as a y, you can take as a length as a y. Okay, and then it is given that the half of the perimeter of the rectangular garden whose length is this and that is 36. It means is half perimeter is 36. So how many things we have? We have the half perimeter value. We have already we have that the length is 4 meter more than the width. These two things we have, and from this two situation we have to take out two different linear equations. Okay, and then only we can able to find out the length and the width. So see how to find out. So first of all, let width of a rectangular garden is x meter and length of the rectangular garden is y meter. In first condition, it is given that the length is 4 more than the width. Okay, so length is 4 more. 4 more, it means we have to do addition. 4 more than the width. So it is y is equal to x plus 4. So if we take this x to the other hand, the equation is y minus x is equal to 4. This is our first linear equation. Now we will get the second equation from the second condition. As a perimeter, as I just told you, it is the addition of sides, 2 times width plus 2 times length. So if I take 2 as a common, the formula of perimeter of a rectangle, it is 2 into x plus y. It is the perimeter. What is the half of perimeter? So half of perimeter is half into the perimeter. So 2 cancel out. So finally we get x plus y. It is the half of the perimeter. And it is given that the half of perimeter is 36. It means x plus y is equal to 36. And that's why this is the second linear equation. After getting a pair of a linear equation, they are asking to find out length and width. So for that we have to do addition, as it is minus, here it is plus. So we do addition. So minus x plus x cancel out. Finally get 2y is equal to 40 and therefore y is equal to 20. If we substitute this value y to any one equation, we will get the value x. And if I put y is equal to 20 in second equation, I will get x is equal to 16. What is x here? Here x is equal to width and length is equal to 20 we already got. And you have to verify your answer also. As it is given that the length is 4 more than width. Means width का जो value है उससे length 4 ज़्यादा होगा. So width का value हमारा क्या आया? It is 16. So अगर हम इसमें 4 ऐड करते हैं, so we must get 20. So our answer is right because length is equal to 20, 4 more than the width. Okay. So here our fifth question is over now, and we will continue with the next question in next lecture. Till then, stay safe.